Hey friends, welcome to the November Mortgage Dashboard Update Edition. Got a lot to jump into, but I'd be remiss. It's November, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you watching this. Most of you guys have probably worked with me at least once, if not more times. And generally, like when you closed on your home, if it was the first time we were working together, I probably said two things. I am so excited for you because it's an exciting moment for me. You just have to pay for it. And I'm so grateful for you. And the month of November, Thanksgiving is really just about gratitude and thankfulness. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my client base, my community, and for putting your trust in me. I'm going to jump into a split screen here, but wanted to get that out of the way. And then I'm going to point out a few links here as well. But I want to give you kind of a market update. A lot of you guys are curious, hey, is it time to refinance? What could we be doing? And I love hearing from you. So keep your calls, texts, questions, emails coming. Let me clear up some things for you, though. I think here we're just going to a split screen. And remember, QR codes on here. If you don't follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, if that's your thing, let's connect there. And then I'm going to go to the YouTube page in a second. Just make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube page, because I will post tips, tricks, and dashboard updates here. And again, MTG Dashboard is where our videos are going to live as soon as they're updated, as well as on YouTube. So here's the dashboard that we're about to update for you, but some of the things are evergreen here in terms of like meeting the client dashboard. What's the value proposition for you? But one of the big questions again always is, hey Sean, where are interest rates now? I'm seeing this. I got this in the mail. I got this in my inbox. Well, this is it, guys. This is raw, unfiltered averages for 30-year, 15-year, jumbo, FHA, VA, ARMs, etc. Now, it's not everything, but this covers a pretty wide gamut. It's going to show you that rates are up a little bit since the Fed cut the Fed funds rate just a couple weeks ago, and that same thing happened in September. We're not sure. It's certainly far from a certainty that the Fed will cut rates again in December. I would actually say it's about a 50-50 ball right now. Some commentary from certain Fed presidents or governors, I should say. One most recently today was a no on the rate cut in October. That leads us to believe probably still a no for rate cuts in December. No Fed cuts in November. So we're going to wait till next month. Get more data now that the government has reopened. They're saying we're probably not going to get the October jobs data. They're saying we're just going to skip that. Whatever, right? Whatever. So go here. You can see what the average rates are. And we should and are always happy to take a deeper dive into your specific scenarios. So if you want to know the rates, that's here. If you want to know the why, that's here in market summary. So that's going to give you some news real time. This is unfiltered. There's not an agenda here. This is just talking about what's happening, why it's happening, and then the rate outcomes. Now, mileage may vary based off of your particular scenario and situation. That's why I always encourage you to just catch up with me if we want to take a deeper look. This is an example here, and I want to see if it's actually, no, this is rate rebound. So I've got an example here of rate rebound, and I'm going to actually show you, because remember, we made a commitment to you. You've done business with us during the time of elevated rates. We wanted you to be able to get into the house, take advantage that the market has provided buyers over the last almost 3 years now, and then be able to refinance your interest rate down on a low cost. So let's take advantage of rate rebound. We've got an example here. I'm going to dive into another example in just a second, show you really how to accelerate your payoff two different ways. So yeah, some helpful things here, and then we're going to update this and resources. So one of the cool things, if you're on the homepage and you click up here, you're going to get to a page that will show you various resources that we have. So your client dashboard or MTG dashboards right here, home fund it. As you head into the holidays and you have friends, family members, sphere of influence that are thinking about buying, maybe for those friends, family members, or sphere, they're struggling with the down payment. Home Funded is the only crowdfunding down payment grant program of its kind, right? That's a mouthful, but really the objective is to help people who are struggling coming up with their down payment, to be able to source that down payment from more than just mom and dad, sister, brother. They can get gifts from friends, extended family members, co-workers, you name it. And in addition to that, my team will and CMG match $2 for everyone up to $2,000. So really big help. If you have people that you're with this holiday season that are looking to buy, they need a hand up, Home Funded is a great way to do it. All in one, I'm going to talk about that in a second. The weekend update, this is for agents. If you want to see what I'm telling agents to do to help you the most, feel free to click on that. And then listen, lock. If you're thinking about selling your house, there is a secret weapon, and it should not be a secret. Unfortunately, it is. It's not used enough. List and Lock will help you offer a much better rate and affordability incentive to someone without having to deeply discount your house. So there's more on the ecosphere here when you click on your mortgage dashboard. And if you wanted to see listings or other tools, tips, and tricks that we have, just go to the home screen here. Here's some awesome listings, and then here are the resources that I was just showing you. Make sure to like and subscribe to Lending Perspective on YouTube. Just type in at Lending Perspective when you're in the YouTube search bar. We'll come up here. I love cupcakes. Who doesn't? And then whole library of our videos here, both on mortgage products, weekend updates for agents, MTG Dashboard updates like the one you're watching now, and more. So like and subscribe there if you would. It helps our channel. It helps our team get our voice and our teaching out to people that may need it. I appreciate you in advance for that. Now, finally, 2 ways I said I was going to help you look at potential ways to save. Now, rates are coming down. Average rates are still just above 6.25%. So if we're in a temporary buy down, that may give us some pause and say, hey, maybe it's a little too soon. If our rate is only 1/4 to 0.5% in that range, we may not want to do something just yet, as we do expect rates to be dipping further in the new year. But if you were to take an interest rate, today this client has 6.625, able to obtain anywhere between 5.49, so just under 5.5, and certainly under 6%. Let's get into Mortgage Coach with your scenario and see what happens if we just took what the market giveth, quote unquote, and got under 6%. What does that look like? If we made an investment using a piece of our equity, not cash out of our pocket, what would that do? In this case, the client saves about $100 extra per month. Their total savings swells to over $300 a month, and it gives them some optionality. So you could pocket some of that money, or you can roll that money back in to your principal reduction, really accelerate your payoff. And I think probably shown some examples like this saves about another year and a half. So 18 payments at, close to $3,000 in interest, right? So it's a lot of money. Let's take a look at this for you on an individual basis. And then if you have an interest rate that is in the 6s, the 7s, even high 5s, there's a way to get your interest greatly reduced through our all-in-one mortgage. I'm not going to do a super deep dive here. Yeah, if you're interested in some flexibility, some access to your equity, and it's certainly accelerating the rate at which you pay off your house, which really just means interest savings. Let's take a look at the all-in-one loan and do a simulator for you. In this case scenario, the person did purchase the house in January of this year. We've done some updates to the house, really in a better equity position than we were when we bought it. Although this person perfect buying this house in January. Rates were really elevated. Sellers were looking to make deals. He got a great deal. Home's probably worth about 10% more than when he bought it. Plus, he's done a lot of cool things to the house. But even cooler than that, we have an opportunity, not really changing any of his spending habits now, and having complete access to his equity for a minimum 10 years and beyond. So whatever he puts into his mortgage, he can draw that night, overnight, etc., and save $900,000 in interest, pay off the house in under 8 years. So there's a bunch of ways to save, but we need to really look at it and see, hey, does it make sense to do it now? Should we wait? I always say, guys, we can't expect what we don't inspect. So let's take a look. I expect you to have fantastic holidays. If you're hosting at the home, that that we work together to get. Where you're traveling, be safe. Have a wonderful holiday, and I will talk to you again next month, or hopefully before. Just drop a comment, a like, send me a text, email, or call. I love to hear from you. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you soon.